I want to build a weather app. And in this coding with cursor series, I'm going to build a weather app. But what I want to do is I want to build it in such a way that it uses only HTML, CSS, JavaScript so that we can deploy this weather app on just Github Pages. So I'm going to do everything from scratch so that you also have an idea how to do it from scratch, like literally no code at all. And then we're going to start building the code. Ultimately, we'll have a decent weather app, but I want to have something that is beautiful. Let's see if we can do it. If we cannot do it, bad luck for me. The first thing is, whenever you want to design something, you need to have two things in mind very clearly. The very first thing, what do you want the design to be? What kind of actions you want it to have? So the UI part is something that you need to keep in mind. Like very simply, you need to keep in mind. Either use something like a TL draw and then create something basic, like very basic, create it and keep it. Or if you don't want to use TL draw or Xcali draw or whatever that you don't want to use, then you can pick a design that is available on internet and give that as an inspiration. This is the first thing. The second thing is you need to be slightly clearer in what kind of tech stack that you want to use. If you don't have that clarity, AI will throw you in all the different directions, so it might be difficult. So pick the stack, and then the second thing is have the UI ready. And again, if you are completely new, you have no clue what to ask, like what kind of stack to use. The very first thing is, okay, I want to create a weather web app that I want to host on GitHub Pages. What is the tech stack I should use? This is a very basic question that you should be asking. And then as you can see here, it is already giving you the information and you can just go ahead. I'm not sure if the websites in this case like Vercel and all would do like React and Vue.js, because in this case you have to actually create the HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and then you have to deploy it, or you have to set up GitHub Actions workflow. So that is slightly more complicated than what I'm trying to do. I'm going to skip that part. All I'm going to try is to do with this. I'm not sure if it will work, but let's give it a try. What do we have to do first? We have the tech stack, we have the design in place. I'm going to ask you to go to v0.dev/chat. So this is the first thing that I'm going to ask you to do, which in this case you have to log in. I already have a logged in instance. I'm going to go to v0.dev/chat and I'm going to get the screenshot or this app that I've got. So I can copy this and I can paste it here. I want to design a weather app, weather web page, just using only HTML, CSS, JavaScript that can let me run on this GitHub Pages. Use the image for inspiration. Also be creative. I want it to be colorful. Basic functionality, you can say what you want. This is where the initial design matters. The user enters a city. If possible, add an autocomplete function. I'm not sure if it will work. Autocomplete function. Display the weather card. Have good set of icons for the same. Remember to use the design uploaded for inspiration. I've just sent this literally. I'm getting the code from V0. After we have the code from V0, we are going to move into Cursor. So the very first thing is it is generating the HTML, CSS, JavaScript. So meanwhile, what we can do is you can open your terminal of your interest. After you open your terminal, then create a new file, new folder, which in this case I'm going to call it weatherify. Maybe very bad name, but cd weatherify. And after you go there, then you can do cursor space dot if you have set that up as a CLI entry in the path. Or what you can do is you can just do nano and then start creating the file. Like for example, I can say nano index.html and copy it, paste it here, control X, where it will ask you to save, and then save. And then the second thing is CSS. I'm going to again do nano, what is the file name, style.css, and then paste it, exit. When you exit, save it, and then let's go and then see JavaScript. Okay, it has already included the API here, so let's see how it goes. Nano what is the API name? File name script.js, and then paste it and save it. Save it, exit. So at this point we have saved all the 3 files. It gives you the interactions here. It says that you have to use your API key for using Open Weather Map API, and it says you have to use with your own actual font awesome kit URL. Okay, so these are probably 2 things that we have to fix. We don't want to use this, and I'm also going to show you how to host it on GitHub. So okay, for now what we're going to do is we are going to shift from here and go to cursor. So I'm going to do cursor space dot. This is going to open the folder in cursor. That is all it is going to do. I don't want to open the repo. Then the next thing is we have the 3 files that we want. These are the 3 files. And technically, if you were to run this file, the easiest way to run this file is you go to this home page and do, let's say, open dot, and that will open it for me, and I can just go ahead and then open it in my browser. So I can go ahead, open it in my browser. It gives me the same name. If I say Bengaluru, nothing will happen because it says no city is found. Cool. Or let's say Bangalore. No city is found. Cool. So what we are going to do is we have this basic interface. Now I'm going to go here, and you can open this in multiple modes. One is you can open this in the control K, command K mode, which is you can change it, the diff inside. And the second thing is you can do it in command L, which will let you chat with the file. You can also like chat with the entire code base. If you have not seen my first video, I would strongly encourage you to see the video. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this URL. Okay, I'm going to add this as my document here. First of all, that is what I'm going to do. So add a link. So doc, and let me add web. This is the document link. This is the document and GitHub repo of the API that I want to integrate. My current code base uses open, what is it, OpenStreet, what is that API that it uses? Open weather map. Please replace it with wttr.in. The second thing that we want is if there is any way to use the city autocomplete, do that. Please stick to only HTML, CSS, JS, and I'm going to enter. In this case, maybe command enter. And at this point, it is looking for the files. It is reading all the existing files, and it is going to make changes. Deploying this, okay, it's not going to make any change. Okay, it's going to make changes only here. Cool. And wow, okay, it's going to just replace this. Is it true? I'm not sure if it will work, to be honest. Let's try. Apply. Okay, so it has updated the display weather. It has updated a bunch of things. It has updated the cities. It doesn't have Bangalore, so we can try with Dubai. Maybe that's okay. I'm not offended. And we have it saved. So the next thing we have to do is we have to go to the browser, refresh this. Front end, there is no change. So let's do Dubai. 35 degrees sunny. Is it true? Let's go to the API that we have got, which in this case is here, and slash Dubai. Is that how it works? Okay, for Dubai it is 33 degrees. What did we get? 35. How was it 35? Maybe different timing. So good. Okay, so at least the basic functionality is here. I'm going to say is can you add more cities to it, right? That WTTR understands. That's a point 1. And the point 2 is right now the UI is super boring. It doesn't seem to have any modern design element. We can also upload an image. I'm going to go here and then pick one of the image. and copy the screenshot, come back here and then paste it. I've added an image for inspiration. Let's see, send this and let's see what it can do. So we have just asked it to add more cities, HTML. It's going to make changes in the HTML. So it's again hard coding cities. I would have expected it to figure out like a database online, like a text file or something, and then make some changes. But anyways, it's okay. So for now, I'm going to just go ahead with this. I'm not too bothered that it is not adding Bangalore. Even now, seriously, I mean, why? Okay, let's make changes to the CSS. There is some change to CSS happening. And as you can see here, it's a lot of decent changes. The gradient changes accepted. And HTML, it is making changes to the weather card. And we have a font awesome kid. Maybe we can ask her to change that as well. Continue. It's going to add that, and it also says we have to add the new city details. Accept this and go here, select it, apply to the current file, which is display weather. So I'm going to just run it at this point and then ask it to make some changes to the. Okay, this is done. We don't need the API key technically. We can ask it to do the refactoring later on. I'm going to go back here and refresh this. It still looks terrible, to be honest. I'm going to go with Dubai, select Dubai. It just gives me the same. Is it because I didn't save all of this? This is something that I just keep on missing. Why am I not saving it? Go back here. Okay. Yeah, it's my bad. Dubai. Okay, it's now drop down. Okay, city, let's say law. Okay, better. Now it's better. There is a drop down. Okay, I'm selecting Dubai. Go ahead with that. 35 degrees. Dubai. 7 kilometers per. What is it even? Okay, I need to use the right set of icons. So I can select this all and then do Command K. Right now the icons are not rendering at all. For the respective weather, like wind, sunny, and all those, please fix it. Okay, so I've just said that. I hope it actually changes the font awesome kit, and it did as expected, which is exactly what I wanted it to do. I didn't want it to forget it. So okay, so it's fixing it. Save it. Now the font awesome kit comes from the CDN, and go back here and say Dubai, select it. Okay, we have the icon. Why would you have cloud if it is 35 degrees? Okay, that is weird. Let me go try some other city. Brazil, maybe. Brussels. Okay, cool. Select it. Okay, it's going to give cloud for the everything. Okay, so let's do that again. Now let's go with chat. It seems there is only cloud icon for everything. Can we have different icons based on, let's say, the temperature and climate, and what else we can have? Also, please rename the app as Weatherify. And what else we need to do? We can say add social share buttons at the bottom. Okay, I'm not sure if the social share buttons would work. I guess it should work, but again, it is making the changes. Script.js, index.html, style.css, it is reading all those things. It's going to use different icons, font awesome icons, so which is good for us. So it's replacing it with this. I thought we already have bold cloud. Cool. Not sure why it didn't work, and it's making some changes. The title, okay, literally the title, okay, cool. And the h1 Weatherify, that is good. And then it is adding some socials at the end. Insert the following code. Continue. And what else we have? A social CSS. Cool. Anything else? Okay, we have a code here. Did I not make the changes? Oh, seriously. Okay, this is done. This is This is, I have to add this. Where am I adding this? To the index.html. It's generating the code. It's done. It says this is, let's see, where is it? It is in style.css. Let's just verify if social share is here. Okay, social share is not here. I have to click continue. Okay, and it's generating, as you can see here. Accepted social. This is strange. Okay, why is it not saving it here? Do we have a share button? We don't have a share button. Okay, I have to escape. Run this again. Continue. Let's see if it works this time. So social, share button, hover, share button, I. All these things have to be added here. Okay, now I think it is. Yeah, now it is added. Cool. So this is something that probably maybe you need to make sure that when it says something, that it actually gets added. Otherwise it might be that you might think that you have added it, which might have happened for me previously. And yeah, that is one thing that you need to make sure. So also, maybe because I'm on free plan, it takes a lot of time. Maybe if you're on a pro plan, it might take lesser time. Not very sure. This is done, and I think everything else is done. Like weatherify, let's check the name. Weatherify, do we have weatherify the name? Yeah, I think everything else is done. Let's go back here once again, refresh this. Okay, we have weatherify, brand new app that makes you up to date. And I'm going to say Dubai, and Dubai, search for it. It's still a cloud, seriously. I mean, Los Angeles. Okay, the cloud thing is kind of like the same thing, and I'm going to just leave it there. I'm not going to spend a lot of time there, but I don't understand like if I need to have search or what. But let's see, you have got FB, Twitter, LinkedIn. I'm going to click Twitter, nothing happens. LinkedIn, I click, nothing happens. Okay, I'm just going to say, where is the social button? Let's go here. Oh, I didn't make these changes. That is a shame. Okay, maybe now we should refresh this. Dubai. Okay, click, nothing happens. One thing that you can do is you can inspect element and then click this and then see if it is showing any error. If it shows any error, you can share it with that. But anyways, it doesn't happen. So I'm going to say, where is the social button? I've got here. I'm going to do Control K. When I click the social buttons, nothing happens. Also, please use some online dictionary or API to fetch all the cities for autocomplete. I should say free API. Let's see if it works. But at least like until now it has worked. I'm going to let it just run for now. Meanwhile, what I'm going to show you is I'm going to show you how to deploy this on GitHub. So all you have to do is go to github.com/whatever it is, whatever your name is. You have to log into it, create a new repo. So I'm going to create a new repo. I'm going to call it weatherify, AI coded weather app. Maybe I should call it a dummy weather app. I want to add readme here. It's always a good practice to add license. Sometimes people don't respect it, but at least you have got a readme. And what we have to do is, the very first step is we have to import our files here. So let's go ahead with the files that we already have, and then let's get it in the current form. And my first commit, I don't know what you have to write. I'm going to write my first commit where I literally have not dragged the files. That is quite bad. Uploading 1 of 3, 2 of 3, 3 of 3. Commit the changes. Once you commit the changes, then the file is added. Now you have to go to the settings. After you go to the settings, you will see pages. After you see pages, you have to say none from main. You're going to create a page, and after you do that, you just save it. It's going to take from root folder or master, depending upon how you feel it. And then come back here, weatherify, and then here click the gear icon and then say use your GitHub Pages website. Cool, save it. And as you can see here at this point, it is actually doing the workflow. So you can go to actions and then see it is basically adding the file, going to render it and all those things. And once this orange color is green, now at this point your app is successfully deployed, or if you don't want to call it an app, your web page is successfully deployed and that is available for you to use. Meanwhile, we can go back to our cursor and see what is it doing. We asked this, okay. Didn't I even ask the question? Okay, I asked the question. Okay. Accept it. Let's see. I'm not sure if it made any change. It seems like I've lost track of it. Go back here, refresh this, and Bangalore. Oh, so it did it. It implemented what we wanted. So we wanted it to have something, which it did. Bangalore. Search for it, and we have Bangalore. So let's see Bangalore weather. 26. It's 26. It's 23. Maybe the API has a lag. I don't know. The icons are nice. There is a wind icon. I'm still bothered by this cloud. That's okay. Maybe it is cloudy actually. I don't know. Maybe I should try some very hot place. Should I try Beijing? Where is Beijing? It didn't add Beijing. Okay, is it Beijing? Yeah, I think it's still partly cloudy. Okay, maybe one last time I want to try something. Where do we have snow this time? Switzerland. What's the capital of Switzerland? Geneva, maybe. Is Geneva the capital? I don't think Geneva is the capital. Frankfurt am Main. Wow. Okay, the icon doesn't change. That's clear. This has to be fixed. But I think the Twitter icon seems to have changed. Cool. But it goes from the local file, which is ideally we wanted to take a screenshot and then send it. Maybe that is for some other day, but it does its job. Like, okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here and make the changes. So I'm going to just first refresh this and then see if the current format is done. Go back here and then see this. Okay, the current app is deployed. But what I'm also going to do is I'm going to just replace the files. Replace, and then drag and drop here. So it technically is going to replace everything. And 1 of 3, 2 of 3 updated. What are the changes we made? Updated with a better city recommendation and improved socials. Okay, I have to, don't write summaries. GitHub is telling me actually I'm doing something bad. Okay, at this point this is deployed, and let's try with the current form. I'm going to say Dubai and search for this, and here you go. It works. I think the social doesn't work, which will work in the current deployment. Once the current deployment is done, the socials will work, and you have successfully built a very simple HTML, CSS, JavaScript based weather application that is all built without writing a single line of code, thanks to the initial uplift from a V0 and some random design from Behance, and the open API in this case, which is wttr.in. I'm a big fan. You can run this on terminal as well, and ultimately thanks to Cursor. I hope this deployment is done. Let me quickly refresh this. It is done. Go back here and then search for the city that you like. Bangalore is not there. Seriously. Refresh this. Oh, surprising. I thought I just saw. It seems. Oh, seriously. Beijing. The icon changes. Did I do something wrong? Wow, this is amazing. But why? Okay, maybe there is a lightning. Is that why? Dubai. How about Dubai? And I select Dubai. Okay, it's sunny. Ideally, I should have seen sun. Okay, the icon changes. It's just that not the set of icons that I wanted. I hope this was helpful to you, starting from complete scratch to successfully building an application, maybe a web page, and deploying it. See you in another video. Happy prompting.